speaking on like escapism and like the psychological aspect of humans and stuff, we brought up Andrew Tate because I feel like he's we brought him up on the last shit that we did. Whatever, that don't matter.
And he was a topic in the group chat
Yeah,
as well
he
for a
was
little bit.
he was a major topic on something that I can see your perspective a lot about how you can kind of elaborate what you,
You know,
said.
and I kind of thought about why I felt the way I did towards him.
Mhm.
It's because like he portrays his way of being a man is like kind of like goes against the way I was taught to kind of like you don't have to gratify yourself. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone.
You don't
like,
have to pat
as
your
long
own
as,
back.
like, as long as like your shit's taken care of and like what's behind you is good, like and
People
you
respect
got a
it.
foundation,
Yeah.
right? People know who you are. You're good.
You don't got to
Okay.
kiss your own
He's
ass. A little
he's
bit.
very exactly that. He's very like very out there,
Arrogant?
very upfront, very arrogant, very in your face. And me working where I work in a retail environment, I interact with customers, tons of men a day who are just these meek souls who just like
You could feel the
who
energy.
could easily or lack of energy. Like I
Yeah.
can feel like when I talk to them, just like my presence like is a bit much for them. Like and I feel like I kind of intimidate some people sometimes. And I feel like people like that
Yo,
would benefit
yo,
from an Andrew
yo.
Tate.
No, that's facts. But I have one question. I feel like when I see those type of people, I'm very empathetic towards them. Do you feel that way?
No,
No?
it sounds wrong, but no,
Really?
kind of nah. Cause like growing up in Boston, it's pretty fast paced.
Right.
You
The what was that saying? Like if you're weak, you get eaten. What is it? I can't.
Dog
think
eat
of
dog?
The dog eat dog. Yeah, that's what it is.
similar to that, like just message. No, Boston in general is that way.
Yeah.
Like living in that area or the greater Boston area, it's kind of that way. Like you kind of can't be that way. Like you kind of can't be that meek.
But to be
soul.
honest, bro, I feel like this is that's the generation that we're in because
Oh, for sure.
it's just kind of like that overindulgence, not being outside.
A lot of these kids are very secluded now, and not some of them aren't even kids. Some of them now are like
adults.
21,
Yeah.
22 now in college, and they're just like so like just not taken aback, but they just set themselves
Right.
like,
And which is why I think the Andrew Tate like persona or the like
right. They need someone.
they
like
need
that.
something like that because what's the saying? You shoot for the
stars,
land
and
on
if
the
you
moon.
fail, you'll land on the clouds.
I'm saying like you need something to aim towards. So I think maybe his overcompensation, his crazy way of thinking. Maybe,
Right.
maybe you might not necessarily get to that point, even if you want to, but at least you're aiming towards something,
I 100 like, and like I said in the group chat, like I wasn't fucking with nothing. Like the
Yeah.
clip, like you said, the clips put this dude so far out of
It-
context.
It's out of context, just like our TikTok clips. Follow us on TikTok. Stocked _up.
Nah, some of that be real though. When we say some wild shit, sometimes, fuck y'all.
Oh yeah, nah, for real, fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all.
But so kind
Nah,
of
go ahead.
like feed off of what y'all was saying though. I think what it is too is a lot of people kind of seek guidance in
Right.
certain ways. They seek guidance in certain things. So like when you hear about people like jumping on a wave. Oh, like the Drake album was trash. Oh,
Exactly,
this shoe's
exactly.
fire. This shoe's trash. People look to social media and other people
Look for
on
something to stand on.
who are socially, let's say, clouded. People who are clouded and have a certain, they show a certain level of
But you know what it is? That's
know.
that's just humans. I mean, I think you will understand. Like you can elaborate a little bit more than I can because the way I see just humans in general, they tend just to follow. You know what I mean? That's just kind of like the natural reaction. To some
Tribalism
people.
is human
Yeah,
nature.
right. That's that is the great
Tribalism
yeah.
is human nature.
So, and then we were speaking about this a little bit. At least for me personally, the way I view just life and perspectives a lot if everyone's going this way, I'm the type of person to kind of like, what the fuck's over here? Like, why is everyone going that way? What's over here? I'll go. I go off the unbeaten path. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of feed off what you're saying and
Yeah.
stuff too. I think of it like this: like a lot of people are afraid to push themselves to what they like. They're
The
afraid
limits?
to take risks.
That's true.
And you know
Yeah.
how, like you said, some people follow the right path, some people follow that tribalism.
Yeah.
They follow the crowd. A lot of it is because people consider not following the crowd. There's a lot of risk sometimes in those
Right.
situations. where,
Right.
like,
You
sometimes-
stand out. And
Sometimes, think of a herd. A herd, you follow the herd because usually it's the safest route. You're
Yeah.
following what the guy in front of you is doing, and it
Mhm.
protects you because you're following a safe route. When you start to veer off, sometimes you veer off, that motherfucker's a cliff over that edge. Right?
Yeah,
right, you don't know what's
You don't
over
know
there.
what's over there.
It
But
could
some
be
people
all
aren't willing to
enemies.
take it. Sometimes, like a herd, you're trying to lead motherfuckers to water.
Right.
Sometimes the guy in front don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Right.
He's leading everybody away from water.
Right.
That one guy who took the left and fucking got to water, nobody's behind him because he was there to take the risk. Like, fuck this.
Right.
dude,
And then
what I
maybe
mean?
you get one or two, follow you, but
It is what it is,
Yeah.
man. But
Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't.
yeah, but it's one of those things where I feel like life is not one dimensional or face value. I think there's like way more, and like I understand like the way like I always thought this way. I mean, I feel like I relate to one thing he said like fully when he says like when speaking of Andrew Tate, he says you got to get out the matrix. And the reason why I relate to that so much is because
Yeah, he did mention that. I
Yeah.
was like, this fucking dude's crazy.
no, I relate to that. I relate to that shit in a sense.
He's Morpheus and shit. Bald head.
Right.
I'll try to shorten it a little bit because like the way he sees the Matrix is like you go to college, get a job, 9 to
Right,
5,
yeah.
Get a 401k, you retire and you fucking die, whatever. That's the way you're supposed to live, right?
That's
And,
what they tell you.
yeah. And it's funny because I was kind of like in the Matrix. I was doing that shit when I was in high school, like younger. Like I always, like I said, I would think differently and like I'm like, yeah, this kind of. I remember I had this one thing I think I posted on Facebook where I was like, yo, money isn't real, and I got mad backlash for that shit. Like when I said money isn't real, and then so I always thought kind of like differently, and like,
Man, mad people in that shit. Like, nigga, what you talking about? I got mad bread. Fuck
yeah, I
you.
know, yeah, so,
Right. I got hella bread.
So I could kind of like understand where like he meant by that, and like I feel like I was going down that path, and I kind of like went like this, like what the fuck, bro?
I feel that same
Yo.
way. When he said that, I felt the same
But
way. Like, just step it. Like when you finally realize, like,
but it wasn't when he
that's
said
not
it.
you.
I thought of this in like November-ish, like November, December, and this is the main reason I wanted to do the podcast, like doing what we're doing, creating our own shit, trying to create our own lane, try to build our own brand, because you gotta get out of that shit. The only way out is to do your
is
own
to
shit.
create your own lane,
Right, exactly, bro. Because
which is what he did.
I mean, I could respect that, and like it's just kind of going back to what I was saying. Like I respect people's different viewpoints, even if I don't necessarily agree. I can respect it, and I could take something from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've definitely learned to, like, in getting older, definitely learned to like sit and listen to
Yeah.
different.
Me, what I want
different
people to kind of
viewpoints.
take away from whatever what we talk about, but also when I kind of talk about stuff or whatever. What I feel like this podcast should teach people is think for yourselves, guys.
Facts.
Think for yourselves.
Facts. That is facts.
Have
Yes.
your own, make your own thoughts and
If
opinions
there's
on things.
anything anyone learned, if this is the last episode we do,
Think for yourself.
think for yourself. Let
You
that
know,
be the message.
stand for something or fall for anything. That is something I kind of like. Try
Don't be afraid to take risks too. You know what I mean? Not crazy risk. Like if you feel like you can't, like yo, I don't want to do this.
No,
But,
that shit. I mean, it's easier said than done, though.
Believe in yourself, take risks, and make your own thoughts. Think for
Stand
yourself.
for something or bury
for
yourself
anything.
in the dirt
You know,
because we don't got time for meek souls.
Hey.